Hey guys, this is Michael, your Millionaire Mentor again, and today we're going to come up with a very interesting topic for all you investors right now, which is how do you look for great deals buying from developers. So I'm going to go through a very simplified sharing with you guys right now, but I really hope that you guys pay attention because this, my friends, are some of the secrets that's going to save you a lot of money. So the first thing I'm going to share right now is this. Every time you go and buy from a developer, the one key thing you need to do is this, and I cannot stress it out enough. You need to do your research. So when you do your research, I'm going to simplify into three major areas right now. Area number one is basically your pricing. So how do you do your pricing research? I'm going to do this right now to you guys. Every time I go for a project, I look for two types of pricing. The first is to check the rental around the area for the sub-sale prices. So I don't just check for new development properties, I check for actual properties that are already in the market. And I also check for the sub-sale prices. Now my key to you is this. If you're going to go for the sub-sale prices, make sure it's not beyond more than 20%. Now I would keep it about 10%. Alright, but if I were you, I'll leave it to you guys right now. The maximum I'll go is 20% above the current sub-sale prices. And last but not least, then I'll check about the other surrounding new projects there as well. Okay, so I would go for 3 project pricings before I start to decide whether this is pretty much a good deal or not. Now I don't need to buy the cheapest around the area for the projects because it's always apple to apple. But if it's basically the third, second, or the first cheapest over there, I could consider it. Right now, second thing you want to do, you don't just want to buy cheap. The second thing you want to do right now is you want to go out there and make money in it. So the second thing you want to do right now is what we call the boom factor. Right? So what I call by the boom factor over here is that, is there any type of opportunity for the price to go up in the area? Now this is a long topic and I can talk hours and hours upon it, but right now I'm just going to make it very simple right now. The boom factors you should look for over here is definitely number one, especially happening around KL area right now and many of the areas which are developing is this thing called infrastructure. So any infrastructure that is developing, especially major ones like highways, like MRTs or LRT lines, those are the things you want to look in for because those, my friends, would definitely increase the value of the property in that area. Another example of how infrastructure will work out from this way is that simple things like bridges. If there's a bridge that's going to join from mainland to the island or between the rivers and your project is sitting on the other side, there's a high chance that the value will definitely go up. The second thing is facilities right now, okay? So what I'm talking about facilities is what other factors are coming in the area? Are there new offices coming in there? Are there new factories coming in there for work? So if you're actually having more of this, or there may be a school that is coming nearby. Now all this will bring major people coming into the place. I wouldn't buy a house if it's not near a school for my kids, for example, or I may not buy the house if it's not for an existing facility like a factory or an office area or a shopping mall nearby where I work at, right, that is already at that area. So I would check out the facilities in that area and see if there's any more new ones coming up. This is definitely something that will be catalytic towards your price of your property going up. What really works over here, like in many of the other places, are retail areas. So if there's any retail or new development, or even for what we call tourism or tourist attractions, this will definitely be a boom. So if let's say, for example, the government is going to turn this site into a tourism related area, maybe they might build an amusement park in the area, or maybe they might want to build a new museum in the area, okay, or they want to create a huge retail mall, because a retail mall is definitely a tourism related area as well, or bringing other people from some other places to come there. Right, this kind of booms definitely an attraction to make the price of your new property go up as well. So now, last but not least, I'm going to share number 3. Okay, and number 3 over here is basically this thing called, right, density. So one of the things I want to share with you right now is this. You may have a great boom factor in the area, you may have a great pricing in the area, but if it's really oversupplied based on new developments coming in over there, you might want to be a little bit careful. Because you know what, when boom factors come in, or maybe it's a very big attraction area, the more developments in the area will tend to slow down the increase of price in the area. So you have to be careful about that. Also, if you want to look into a development over here, yes, it may be very cheap, but if the developer is actually building thousands and thousands of units in the area, be careful because that would definitely slow down the increase of price. The next thing I'm going to share with you guys right now is this. After research is basically timing to buy. See, a lot of investors don't know that there are few timings for you to buy. First is what I call the pre-launch. Right? So before they launch it out, usually in order for them to attract certain people to come in, they give massive discounts during this time. But there's another time for you to buy, and basically is towards the end, where we call this the balanced stock. Right? Towards the end of it, some of these developers tend to throw certain discounts away just to clear certain stocks. Now, you may not get the ideal property that you want, the grid facing, but you definitely get a good price in between. And once in a while, you may want to look for bargains that happens along the whole 3 years or 4 years during the development. So this is what I always look out for. Always look out for opportunities to buy and never just buy at the price the developer offers you, because you never know where the offers come. Okay? Now, last but not least, I want to share this with you guys as well. The last thing you want to check out for is this. Many of you don't know that developers actually give very great packagings, especially when you buy. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips what to look out for to expect a good packaging. Number one, you want to have discounts or this thing called rebates, where the developer will give you anything from 5, 10 to sometimes 20 or 30% discounts, especially buying the property. Right? The second thing you want to do is that you want to have it inclusive. Because sometimes the developer may throw an offer whereby it covers everything, okay, from the legal cost of buying the property, from the MOT, which is the transfer of title, okay, from the developer to yours once it's completed, to everything else over there. It might even include furnitures. So do make sure you check that out when getting the package, okay. And last but not least, you may also get packages where it will give you what we call GRR. What are GRRs? Guaranteed rental returns. It may even throw in for you where they will manage the property for you and give you returns coming in after the property is completed. So these are some of the things I look out for when I actually go into a developer project. So I hope you guys have learned a lot so far. If you have liked what I share with you guys right now today, remember to subscribe, follow me so I can share with you more great ideas on how you can get towards your millionaire journey. Till the next time round, see you guys.